Okay, we are live here. Hello, everybody. We're back on Facebook and YouTube. Thursday night chat.
Yeah.
Just want to see how everybody's doing tonight. I think I'm going to change the color, Ron. What do you think? Let's go to how we go to like a happy yellow or something like that. Is that too
You're
bright?
just stealing my shirt, aren't you?
Ooh, how about this here? We're going to try to find a nice little color here.
A little mustard,
Yeah, I'll go mustard tonight. What do you think?
some Grey Poupon.
A
But of
little bit
course,
of mustard here tonight as we have a
well, you really have been a hot dog. So
yeah. So just say, how's everybody's day going? I had another weird day. Actually, most of my days this week have been very weird.
yeah,
Just things are very different. Um, I had a tough phone call today, Ron, and it was one of these. It's still bothering me. It's so
yeah. I had a talk with sisters tonight, and at the end of that came the flash that we had the first two deaths in Vermont.
yeah.
So yeah, I hear you. We talked about that earlier, and I don't know what else. My wife did not run the filter on the sink for that sip of water. That was that strange look. Yeah, I don't know. It's always nice to hear from people you haven't heard from in a while, but
Yeah, we'll go into that in a little bit.
yeah.
But today was my very first day. So it's been a week now since I've been out of work. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was last Friday when we played hockey. Last Friday was the last day that I actually got paid to work. So since then, Saturday all the way through today, I've actually done work of some kind, whether it's communicating with people with emails or phone calls or texts. Because we were up and down all week about playing hockey. So finally, but so now it's settled. Nothing through Sunday. So today, I think, was the very first day that I actually had no work at all. It's weird because it's been a week, but today was the first day that I can say I had no work to do of any kind as far as work.
How would you even reopen if the limit is 10 people?
Oh, you couldn't if it was 10, but if it was 25, then that's about what we have
20,
for a
right.
game. So, but I mean, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but who knows? I mean, maybe, what I'm kind of hoping in a couple weeks we can start running some smaller scrimmage games or something like
Yeah.
that. So anyway, so what happened today, and kind of throwing this out to the chat a few minutes to get more people in to respond to this, but so today was my first day of doing nothing. I actually know the old joke about rearranging the sock drawer.
Is that what you did?
I was in my closet today. I went through my, the closet I
You've
have in
been
my
in the
room.
closet a long time.
Yeah, I did. Because I just throw a bunch of stuff in there, and I get I have so many shoes and slippers and ice skates and roller hockey skates in there. I must have like 6 pairs in there. My old stuff. It's like I don't want to throw them out yet. And so I have them all, in the closet. And I dug them all out, and they're all dusty. And I got slippers and shoes. So I actually did some cleaning today. I cleaned the bathroom out today. I cleaned my closet out, went through everything, found some clothes that I'm never going to wear again. I'm going to get rid of those. So for the first time in a week, I actually was productive. Okay?
So you do the stuff that you would get you laid by your wife, but you can't do that.
Well, no, this is my own closet. The bathroom's community. I mean, she does it most of the time, but I wanted to clean that out, So anyway, here's what happened today, and if anybody's in the chat listening, maybe you can give me some advice here. So I had a friend I haven't talked to in a long time, probably 5, 6, 7, 8 years, maybe something like that. Maybe even longer than that. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And his parents still live around here. They're in a assisted living home next town over. Okay. And once in a while I bump into him up at the grocery store or whatever. Right. And I guess I don't want they both have health problems now, so I don't want to give away who it is. I don't think he's on Facebook anyway, but the gist of the conversation was he's like, Dave, I need a favor. And I haven't talked to this guy in years. And I'm like, okay, how you been? We chit-chatted for a second, and he goes, I need a favor. My parents are almost out of toilet paper. And I'm just, and I knew, as soon as he says I need a favor, I knew what he was going to ask. And I just like, oh, dude, I would have an easier time finding a pot of gold right now and bring it to them than I would toilet paper. So I haven't seen toilet paper in a store in over a week now, maybe 2 weeks.
Are they not limiting purchases?
Some stores are limiting purchases now on certain items. Yes.
Because we started that, I think, pretty much at the end of last week.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I'm
too.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen pictures all over the social media about people with 27 cases in their cart, and no, you don't need that much. Take enough for a month, leave some for somebody else, really. So he asked me this, and I'm like, dude, I it's killing me to tell you this, but I says, I don't know where to get any. It's out. I went on Amazon.com, Target.com, Walmart.com. No is selling it. Nobody. It's just out. It just is. And the only places that do have it, it's gouged so bad you don't want to do it.
Oh
so,
yeah. What'd you say? You were looking at the Dial soap, pint of Dial.
Yeah. So there's a little pump of Dial soap. It's about the size of a little water bottle, and they're like $1. $1.29. I think I get the Market Basket brand, they're $1. But if you get the Dial brand, they're like $1.29. Somebody wanted $12.99 on Amazon for one. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And not that I'm out yet, but I'm planning ahead like everybody else. I'd pick up a few to have. And I'm like, this is getting so every day there's a new item on the list that's gone. And that's the sad part about it. So I'm like, well, so I found actually on Amazon, I found somebody that had a 2-pack, and there was like half price of that. So I was like, okay, I'll buy 2 for $1 just so I have a couple. Won't be in for a couple weeks, but just to know that I got a couple coming in. I know I got price gouged a little bit, but it's like I just want to have a couple here.
Well, 6 for 2 wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I forget what I paid for it. I don't know what it was, but it was just like, I'll pay that, but I'm not paying $12 each.
My Gatorade comes in Saturday.
Oh yeah, you were saying you had a Gatorade on, yeah. So then the next thing I'm looking for was dish detergent. I mean like Dawn.
Really?
And no, I haven't been to the stores yet, so it might be in stock. But even on Amazon, those are hard to find. I'm like, gee, I can't even wash my dishes now because everyone's hoarding that stuff. It's like this is getting out of hand. So it's like everything I'm looking for. So now it's like, well, at some point I'm going to have to go and get myself some some laundry detergent. It's like that's the next thing that I'm going to be looking at.
Yeah, we got some of that too. But because of your situation, you should take full advantage of Market Basket and Shaw's in their senior only hours. At least you get a freshly stocked store, and that should be relatively as clean as a grocery store is going to be.
I hope so. But what was weird is we're hearing now that the stores are doing that. There's still 25 or 50 people in line. Right when the store, all these old people lined up to do this, so it's like, it's not like you're going to be first in line up there. So
no,
it's still going to help.
But they're not going to be. You would assume that they're not hoarding either.
Right.
It's the hoarders I wouldn't want to do. You'll be happy to know that our governor today signed an order that will allow a lemon lime, Kenny Castro, lemon lime. Sign an order today to allow the bars to deliver drinks.
Oh, really?
I don't know how they'll do it. I suppose a restaurant, bar could possibly do that. But yeah, so starting tomorrow, if you wanted to order, I don't know if they would do it through Grubhub or DoorDash or whatever, but you can now, because they're really hurting. And this is a college town, of course. There's a lot of kids that drink. You could at least order your beer or your martinis or whatever it is that you have.
Boy, I'd be tempted to order some Scorpion Bowls and have them delivered.
Of course you would.
But I think I have all the ingredients to make it here, so I'm not just making
We
myself.
had this conversation earlier this week.
Yeah, I know.
I may not remember what day it is now because it's been Monday since last Friday.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I've been thinning out my alcohol. I don't think I bought alcohol in about a year now. So whatever they have is kind of old. So I just been, I think I brought a bunch of my brother's house and stuff I just got rid of, and
I really can't drink, so it's not that big of a deal. As long as my Gatorade gets here, man. Apparently, Sarah had some part of a gallon of Arnold Palmer light half and half stuff in the fridge, and so I've been doing that. We did break down and use our Dunk app once. she'll reload that some. But we're trying to do our best not to go out, and it's hard. We go for a walk every day, and it's hard not to be able to do that. So
yeah, today was pouring out over here, so I actually
I don't miss it. But it's supposed to be 60 degrees here tomorrow.
Yep, I ran a couple errands today. I was like, okay, today I get up. It's like, seriously, there's no work. The email was clean. Everything was clean. I had no work at all. So I was like, wow. So I'm going to go pick off a few things. So I went and I hit a couple of stores and got what I needed to get. I'm starting to hear myself in an echo right now. It's kind of annoying. Okay, never mind. Oh, make do. And so I went to the stores and everything was kind of normal. I did my business. I bought what I stuff. Everybody said hi. It was like a normal day. I stopped at 3 stores and picked up what I needed to get. And one place was a food store, and it's like everything was going pretty well. I was like, this is fun. I don't want to say fun, but it's like, boy, it's nice to have a normal transaction, a normal day with some people. I needed to go buy something and have a normal transaction as much as I needed, to have the stuff, and so I come home, I played a game. I'll talk about the game I played. I've been having a heck of a time in this series. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, this series
You've had a lot
been
of fun with that too.
Oh, I should have been broadcasting these. These have been just so on the edge of your seats type of games. And then I ended up walking the dog today in the rain. I said, something, we're going out. I said, you want to go?
Screw it, we're walking the dog.
Yeah, he hates the rain too. He hides all days. But I said, you want to go out? And he's like, let's go. And so so we went out. And we did our 1.5 miles, and he was completely soaked when we come home. And so he was fun. Then I cleaned the bathroom out, did some cleaning, and then I cleaned my closet out. And I was like, okay, it was a pretty much productive day, because I'm starting to get accustomed to the fact that I don't have any work.
Yeah, and that's a tough thing. Kenny, it's kind of a little bit of both. I have some issues with trying to stay hydrated, and that's just a good way to do it. And I like the taste of it.
I like Gatorade too. I like the orange. I think that's my favorite. It's always been my favorite.
I got what did I get? I think I got the Cherry Glacier. It was a variety pack. Cherry Glacier, lemon lime, and I'm not sure what the third one is. Those were the ones that would come quickest. Lemon lime is my favorite, so I just wasn't going to make my poor mother carry 2 boxes of Gatorade around. Yeah. No. I can order that.
Yeah, no, I hear that. So let's see. So then I cleaned it out, and just so I get things ready to go, and I was like, okay, then I'll sit down tonight. I'll do my little chat show here, and then I might play another game on the table, or maybe I'll play something on the computer. But so I guess we got Jay must be watching, because Jay didn't type in the chat, but he must be on Facebook. So
it'd be nice to have a conversation. I mean, every conversation I've had the last 3 days. Up there he is.
There's Jay.
To deal with this virus, and you kind of have to. I mean, this morning was the parent of the college student that had to come home from Denmark.
Yeah.
Okay, nice to know, Ken. Yeah, I'm with Mark. I drink the 0 sugar Gatorade, 10 calories. I don't feel guilty about it. I don't drink much soda. In fact, I'm trying not to drink any soda. And it's just a good substitute, because I drink a lot of water and I drink a lot of seltzer. And so it's just good to drink something with flavor.
So this guy drinks a product called Nun. Oh, man, I tell you, that's a bad habit.
We got into it today with
do you drink this religiously? Oh, come on. That was good.
Good job. Good job.
That was good. Good.
So everything was, right from the get-go, from family and you, and it's not complaint. It just kind of goes with the reality of today, is that every conversation involves this virus.
Yeah. Yep. And they've been talking all on the sports shows about, when sports are coming back and how people are going nuts. And they've been saying the same thing I've been talking about is you're only going to keep people inside for so long before they say screw it. And it's like, we can't do this. And if it's going to be 6 months, what kind of world are we going to come out to? And there's a lot of good, points they made on the sports talk today. But
it's going to be one hell of a September. If you got major championship golf and tennis and the NFL and college football,
and maybe maybe even hockey and basketball too. I mean, it's gonna be nuts when it comes back.
I know you're not the world's biggest baseball fan, but what I read today was they're trying to figure out how to set service time for the year for free agents, assuming that we do play this year.
Yep.
And I do think Memorial Day, anywhere sometime in the month of June, I think we start. But again, we have all that makeup games from 78 to play. I can play forever. Anyway, to have they're trying to set calendars and stuff for what would be free agency, and they are still shooting for 130 game season. The other thing I read this afternoon was that they are checking stadium availabilities well into October. So let's say June 1st is opening day, which at this point, being the 19th of March, is not impossible that the season could possibly go until November 1st. So you might only lose a month of the season. Oh, yeah. And Stratomatic, Todd B reminds us that Stratomatic will sim the 2020 season starting next week. And you can vote on lineups and starting pitchers. They really said as a press release today. I meant to mention, and maybe I did, like I said, it's been Monday for about a week, that in 1981 during the strike, the Red Sox did all of their missed games through the strike using Stratomatic. And so they'd come on the air at 7:30 at night, just like if there was a game, and it would be Ken Coleman, and John Miller was actually the other guy that year. How you doing, Kurt? And so they would recreate the game. They would do it for an hour or whatever. And so the Red Sox never missed a game. They, of course, missed the playoffs. But, so that's a delay that Strat is on top of things. We could, if you want to go, Action PCs released their 68 tournament teams and 10 bubble teams. So if you want to do the March Madness, you can.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So yeah, chat room filling up here. Hello, everybody. We're just kind of having a Thursday night chat, just kind of little therapy time here, as they say. So how was your week, everybody? How are things going for you? We're just talking about some of the things that happened to us today, and the craziness going on in our life, and hopefully things will be, it's we're 1 week into this. That's the way I look at it. I'm a week into this, and so I'm 1 week closer to the end of this, is how I'm trying to look at it.
And if any luck, by next Thursday, I'll know about how my kids are doing. Not that, and so maybe that's one less thing for Sarah to worry about if the guys that come and feed me dinner can actually start to come back to work. Yeah,
that'll be good. That'll be good. So, while we have some people on YouTube here that are in the cards and dice community, I do want to talk about the project I'm working on. Oh, what a project it is.
Oh, this is fun. You've been updating during my games. It's great.
Yeah, that's been kind of cool. You've been doing the baseball thing, and I'm chiming in while I'm playing. Here's an update from the forum in the 72 Summit Series. All right. So let me see. Before I get to that, we'll talk to Todd. Are you excited about Brady to the Bucks? Yes and no.
Made that trade with Los Angeles. I saw that Gurley was released today. I thought they had made that. Go ahead and finish your thought there.
Yes and no. I mean, I'm a split down the middle. I would have been thrilled to see him finish in New England. Thrilled. But at the same time, seeing him go to another team is kind of cool. And so
Tampa, though?
That's the weird thing. Yeah. That wasn't even on the list.
You and I had talked about Vegas, and I ruined a stream already this week by correcting you that the Chargers had moved to Los Angeles 3 years ago.
I don't remember.
Of course not.
Was it last year, right?
You told me to stifle in my stream today, by the way.
Oh, you were getting crazy. Like, I'm here to inform everybody and to educate everybody. And I just was like, stop.
That was a joke, Dave.
Yeah, stop. So, as far as Brady to the Bucks, I don't care as much as, some people are mad at Brady. Some people are mad at Belichick. I would have liked him. Number one for me, I would have liked to see him stay in New England. That would have been good. Stay in New England, and that would have been cool. But I would like to see in Vegas, the Raiders. That would have been just a cool storyline. Tampa Bay, it's a neutral team for me. I mean, of course, I got the hat and the pennant. I love the old Buccaneers, but it's a neutral team for me. I don't care either way about Tampa Bay. So, and yeah, we can see Giselle on the beach down there. So, and they were talking, maybe Brady wants to go do things his way. Maybe he doesn't want to deal with the Belichick way. He just wants to go down there and do what he needs to do and the whole bit, So,
yeah, I could see some of that because there'll always be questions. How much of that was Brady? How much of that was Belichick? Who's, in the end, who got the better of the deal? Brady being 43 doesn't really say too much. And it sounded like to me the Patriots didn't really want to commit to give him a running game, which I think was essential especially for an older quarterback.
Well, I mean, they were talking around here. It's like, so what's going to be the deal? Do who is the best choice for the Patriots? Is it about going forward, or is it just about today? Is it about this year? Is it about going forward? I mean, because I don't know who's going to be in there this year, but if they go 6-10 or 5-11 or whatever, you know what I mean? Holy cow!
Well, the division isn't all that strong. I would think that Buffalo would be the favorite now, but you never know. And I think Belichick is motivated to win without him. I mean, he never really got too far before Tom Brady. And so I'd be curious to see. Of course, the Giants' march to the Super Bowl begins in earnest because we signed Colt McCoy. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Gurley might go with the Bucks. A lot of people want to go with the Bucks. They're saying that they want to go to the Bucks right now. So
that's not a difficult division. And so
no.
If Brady can have a running game there, that's a winnable division. And as you know, all you gotta do is get in, and you just never know.
One second.
Did you see though that Sean Payton has been diagnosed with the coronavirus? Coach of the Saints.
Oh, I did hear that. Yeah. Yeah, I heard there's a hockey player for the Maple Leafs or the Maple Leafs farm team that supposedly has it now too.
But Peyton was just one of the whoa.
So Larry has missing his sports like we all are. Yeah. Yeah, I know we're all for safety too. It's so hard though. It's just you want to be safe, but at the same time it's oof. So anyway, so let me jump back into the project I'm working on. So originally I'm going to play the 72 Summit Series USSR in Canada, right? And I said I was going to play 4 different games. So I'd play, each of the 4 home games in Canada with one, and then play the 4 away games in Russia, one game each. So I was going to do shootout hockey and strat and hockey blast. And what was the other one I was going to do?
Strat?
Action PC.
Action PC, yeah.
Yeah. So I'd have 3 of them would be on the tabletop and 1 would be on the computer, right? So I said, okay, I'll do the 4 games and rotate and be kind of fun to see how they all pan out. Well, I played the first game in shootout hockey, and it was so good. It was so good. I said, I'm going to play all 8 games of shootout hockey. I might still go back.
You really like that game too.
I like that game. Oh my gosh. That game for me, I can get that to flow. I can really get that game to flow. So what happened in game 1 is Russia goes out to a 5-0 first period lead in Montreal. This is game 1. 5-0 Russia. It was just every roll was a low roll because in shootout hockey, your low numbers are the away team and your high numbers are for the visitors, right? And that determines, hey, Rick's in here. Yeah, it was Dryden Tretiak. Yes, it was. And in that game, I kept rolling low numbers, and they kept scoring on Dryden. And to a point that when it got to 4-0, I took out Dryden and put in Tony Esposito, right? Tony Esposito immediately allows a goal, so that made it 5-0. Luckily, the Canada chipped away, so Canada scores. It's 5-1, but then Russia scores. So it's 6-1 now in the second period. It was unbelievable. Canada ended up scoring 3 down the stretch to make it 6-4. And I think that's the way it ended. It was either 6-4 or 6-5.
Yeah, it was 6-4.
The first game was 6-4. I was like, holy cow. So Russia just clobbered them. And then I went into game 2, and it was the same kind of thing. Russia runs out to the lead. Phil Esposito ends up scoring. I think it was late in the second period to give them their first lead or something like that. It was like, wow, it was a fun time. It was a 6-5 Canada win. I think that one was. So I said I'm going to play the whole series in hockey shootout hockey. It's just too much fun. I'm trying to see. I posted a score on Digital to Dice. Of course, it's not loading.
6-4 and 6-4.
Okay, boy, why can't I
You
get
keeping
Facebook?
stats?
Yeah, I've been doing the box scores. Of course, I can't
Okay.
get. Why won't Digital to Dice friggin' load? Can't get Facebook to load right now. Oh well. So I did game 3 today, and this was Tony Esposito, and he was going up against Tretiak again. And so what happens today? Russia goes out to a 3-0 lead again. This is the one in Winnipeg. Okay. So the series is tied 1-1. Let me see. I got my numbers here. Okay. So game 2, Canada won game 2 6-4. So it was both first 2 games were 6-4. It was 6-4 and 6-4. That's what it was. So Russia wins game 1 6-4. Canada win games 2 6-4. So now I'm in game 3, right? I'm in game 3. Russia goes up 3-0. So their first period is all Russia. They're just crushing them, right? 3-0. Second period, Phil Esposito scores 3 goals all by himself. 3 goals by Esposito, and Phil ties the game at 3-3. Right. So now we go into the third period. And I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm sitting here playing this game just by myself. And I'm like, man, I wish I was had this going live, because this was just so good of a game. From the point, defenseman Bill White from the blue line, which is the hottest place to score, because in shootout hockey, it's the blue line, the face-off circle, and the slot, I think it is. So that's like you're far away, you're up close, and you're really up close. Okay, so there's three shooting lanes. From the blue line, far away, he scores. Bill White from Peter Mahavlich, 4-3 Canada. I'm like, oh my gosh. Mahavlich scores on a power play, 5-3 Canada. So Canada down 3-0 after 1. In the third period, they're up 5-3. And I was like, wow, what a turn of events. What happens? The Russians score 2 goals in a row. It's 5-5. I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, this is so awesome. This game is so awesome. And not only the game itself, but the game I'm playing, this 5-5 game it's going back and forth, and you can hear the crowd. I can hear the crowd in my head. It was really kind of cool. And so then what happens is, with 16:51 to play, Yvan Cournoyer takes a pass from Stan Mikita and scores, and Canada wins 6-5. Although Russia had one last chance on the last flip of the card, the last roll of the dice, they had a scoring chance, and Tony Esposito made the save on Yakushev, and they hung on for the 6-5 win. So Canada,
that's exciting,
has a 2-1 lead. So it's been 6-4 Russia, 6-4 Canada, 6-5 Canada, and in every game, Canada has trailed by more than 1 goal, and they fought back. And that was so much fun. Who did the great one score his first goal against? Who did Bobby Orr score his first goal against?
Don Cherry.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So who did Bobby Orr score
Tretiak. Gretzky scored against Tretiak.
He did?
Yes.
Where was Tretiak?
It was one of the WHA Soviet series, I think. Kenny will tell me if I'm wrong, but now, what team did Wayne Gretzky play for when he scored his first professional goal?
Oh, yeah, that was the Racers, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Did Pete play for Chicago? Pete Mahavlich?
Mahavlich? Oh, no, I got it wrong. Kenny.
Dave Dryden, huh? Was Dave Dryden in Buffalo at the time, or was he in the WHA?
No, WHA game.
I didn't know Dave Dryden was in the WHA. Yeah, Gretzky was Indianapolis Racers. Yeah,
the Racers.
So Ron, I've managed to amuse myself with this tabletop hockey game. I love this game. It's one of my favorite games, and this series is just so back and forth. It is just, I'm on the edge of my seat playing this game,
and that's the whole point. That's the exciting thing.
Yes, it is. And it's like, this is awesome. So I'm playing this game and I'm just back and forth. And the thing is, this is my, I was only 5 at the time, so I don't remember these guys very well, but they continued to play. So I got to know, obviously Esposito and Park and Mahavlich. Growing up, that was the guys. So when I'm seeing these names come up, it's pretty cool.
So how many goals does Esposito have after 3 games? I mean, he scored.
Ginger ale.
You're an adult.
Ginger ale. And actually it's the Polar
made in Worcester.
Made in Worcester. The WHA. Oh, he played with the Oilers. Oh, yes, Dave Dryden with the
So that would, the Trivial Pursuit game you sold. What team did Wayne Gretzky score against in his first ever professional goal? He had been to the Oilers.
Oh, did they play the Oilers?
If that's who Dryden was with, yeah.
I can't get Digital to Dice Facebook group to come up. I don't know if
Facebook's been slow.
Yeah, I can't get the groups to come
I
up.
will say this, that the amount of crap posting I've been seeing on Facebook the last few days has gone way down. It has been extremely helpful, and people trying to pass along information of what's open up here and what's open down there, and so good for people to do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, we are, we're in a crisis right now.
Yep.
And so it's nice to see that people aren't being total jerks. So that's true. Let's see. So what does Kenny say? Hopefully can replicate my excitement when inciting game 5 tonight. 18 caps, 19 Bs.
Cool.
Is that a Strata Hockey Blast, Kenny? I forget what you were playing with that. But so anyway, so sadly I had to go to my phone tonight and shut off my alarm for Friday morning hockey. So there's no Friday morning hockey, and that sucks. It's like I gotta go and just say, do not wake me up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning because I got nothing to get up to. So now I got
APA. He's playing APA.
Oh, he's playing APA hockey. Oh, that's right. He does play APA. I haven't done the APA yet.
I haven't played hockey in a while. Al Red Sox man's been doing a lot of hockey in his channel.
Yes. He's been really, really digging.
Loving it too.
Yeah, he played the Bruins and the who did he play? It was the 70 Bruins against the 79 I want to say the Whalers. He played the other night. It was a really weird team that he played. It was like the best of 70s team he played.
Did like a Gordie Howe or something like that.
Yeah, it was the Whalers because
so it would have been 79-80, yeah.
Yeah, so he had that. So this dog, mouth number 2. I'm really hoping we run out of food, so I have to eat one of the dogs. So I know exactly which dog I'm gonna cook up. In fact, I might cook them up. I might cook them up tomorrow just to be safe.
Your wife is going to come down and beat the crap out of you on camera. However, that will get you to 1,000 subscribers pretty soon.
Oh, man.
My youngest sister, one of her cats was hit by a car yesterday and died.
Oh, really? Ooh.
Yeah, 7 years old.
Yeah, it's like you can't really let them outside.
No, we live on the 4th floor. We don't have that option.
I'm gonna go green. So he did Whalers North Stars, but he did a Bruins. I want to say he did Bruins Whalers too. So,
he's having a blast with it. I talked with him a little bit today.
And here's Ray. I was on with Ray last night, I think it was. Still good on TP, yeah, for right now. Although you missed the conversation earlier, Ray. I had a friend of mine from high school that I haven't talked to. It could have been 8 or 10 years now since I've talked to this guy, and we just lost touch. No big deal. And he calls me up today because his parents are living in assisted living in the next town over. He's like, "Can you do me a favor? They need toilet paper."
You can't run a couple rolls over.
I mean, I texted him back tonight, and I just said, "Look, wow, this dog is really gonna
bring the dog over."
So, what are you doing? Serious? He's just sitting at the top of the stairs making noise. Like
I
what?
feel like we've gone into an episode of Wayne's World here. You know
what?
Okay, Mom, we're done.
He ate. He went out. Just chill, dude. Chill. Stop freaking barking. So I told my buddy, it's like, man, it's like it's like I'd have an easier time finding a pot of gold than I am a roll of toilet paper right now. So I texted him tonight and I said, look, I says, let me know how you make out. I says, if they get stuck, I'll give them some of mine. I'll run over there, in the time being. And then he gets back to us. Oh no, they found some, and the place they're living in is giving everybody a roll a day. And I was like, now you tell me.
Roll a day? Now
you're telling me. Jeez, it's like crying out loud,
A roll a day. Wow.
That's pretty good, So I felt terrible. So I texted him back. Said, look, I'll help you if I can. But I just didn't want him to think I was going to be the TP man, until this crisis is over. But I don't mind helping him out.
Well, the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny, and now we need the toilet paper dude.
So,
Beth Page from Connecticut in 2 hours. My God. And it's true about the coffee filters. I'm not telling Sarah that, but.
Yeah, Ray was going to New York today. He said it was a ghost town. So, oh man.
So
Todd B. Oh, look at Todd B. Coffee filters. Oh my God.
I don't want to try that.
No. I don't even want to try paper towels. I'll just clog things up.
You're familiar with the Onion, right?
Yeah. Hey, hang on 1 second. I'm gonna get my buddy Anthony on from from whatever. Hey, Flinner. Oh, now, are you in Jersey or Pennsylvania right now?
I am in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
What's up? Pennsylvania.
So we're just chatting about what's going on up here. So how are things down there?
Things here are probably pretty standard with everybody else. We're just shut down.
Yeah.
But where we are, and I'm sure I know you're pretty close to New Hampshire there too, Dave. So you see when you're near a border how different things can be from where we are when we just look over the bridge, in New Jersey or just over here in Delaware, how crazy things can be. Like what happened with us last Friday is just happening in New Jersey right now. So,
yeah. It's like you see it coming in waves of like, okay, it's like the weather. It's like, okay, you get the rain today and I get it tomorrow type of deal.
Right. Well, so you, Dave, and I, we both are in the hockey business, right? I own a facility in Broomall, PA. And as a rink operator, I mean, I've even talked to Dave about this because I know he's kind of a rink operator himself. But locally, we all talk to each other for the most part. And I just think of just till yesterday, one of the rinks in South Jersey was still playing. Where we in Pennsylvania all decided last week, like, whether we wanted to or not, we were shutting down. And
I thought Jersey had a curfew at like 8 o'clock
at night. 8 o'clock.
They do. Well, they came heavy and hard. I know their governor, kind of laid down the law just the other day. But it's crazy just watching, the tide roll. And if you think, the center of the country right now, thank God, because that's where we're getting all the food, is still pretty much untouched.
Yeah.
So
it seems to be the coast. That's where everybody flew into the airports. That's my theory. You know what I mean? Then it'll start bleeding in a little bit, but
that makes sense though, Dave. Especially Logan and Kennedy and Dulles and Hartsfield and Atlanta.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. So what is Robbie saying here? He says today it's the soda shells that are empty. Yeah, every day it's something new. Every day there's something else that somebody runs out of.
I have a friend that works in grocery store distribution, and I asked him. Actually, his girlfriend lives in Bayonne, I believe, and so that's how I knew that the curfew was 8 o'clock. And he says it wasn't bad. Of course, it's the Trader Joe's, so there's probably less chance for hoarding with that crowd than others. By the way, the tomato soup is still awesome. That's what I had for dinner tonight. But yeah, I mean, they're getting in his neck of the woods. They're getting 3 trailers full of food a day. And only when one of them doesn't come in on time are they even worried. So it depends on, can we keep the truck drivers healthy to keep that food going?
Hope you were doing well on this cool Thursday evening.
So here we go.
I have a few updates to share with you all. First, downtown parking will be free through Sunday, April 5th. And to be consistent with Governor Baker's 3-week closure of schools and other restrictions, Beverly's municipal buildings and programs will also remain closed through April 5th. As we all adjust to to our for now reality with COVID-19, please remember to check in regularly with your neighbors, especially those living alone. And for anyone who is feeling a bit isolated or alone, please know that you are not. We, your community, care about you. If you want someone to talk with, please call the great staff at our senior center at 978.
So yeah, so they so they
At least he's not calling you at 9:30 at night like they did last Friday night.
yeah, the last time they called us late, which is fine, you know what I mean? This is important stuff.
You may or may not like what they're doing. I've yet to hear from my mayor in a robocall. We can, news moves around pretty fast. The governor's good at getting statements out, and the TV stations, of course, are carrying them. But I've yet to hear from my mayor at all throughout this. You would just think it would be just so easy to do what yours is doing right now.
So they're shutting down tennis courts and basketball courts till April 5th. So I was going to go skate down the park, but can't even do that now. Man, they're closing the basketball courts?
Well, they don't want people.
I mean, what do they think? We're going to get down there with 20 people and have a March Madness tournament?
Well, they're throwing the kids off the beaches in Miami.
Oh.
Can't hear them.
We can't hear you, Flinner.
How about now?
Yeah.
Okay. What's funny is they closed all the state parks down here, and I live right across the street from a state park, and you walk by. We drove by the one day, and they just had police tape, in front, like it's gonna stop anybody. And the next day, I drove by because we went out to the grocery store, and all the police tape was gone, and everyone has just flooded the state park. Like they're just walking around, and I don't know who's policing it, but
yeah, because I know some of the guys here were trying to get an outdoor game going. It's like, hey, there's a rink, let's go skate, and they're like, I think they shut them all down. And again, are the cops going to show up and kick everybody off? I don't know, but every day it's something else, and they're just trying to keep everybody in the house. I wish they would just say, look, for 2 weeks, don't leave your house unless it's the doctor. Seriously,
yeah.
we can
and
all
it's so
survive.
funny. That's what everybody's saying too. Like I think
I would rather do that. I would rather do that than chip away over the course of a 30-day period or a 2-month period. Just say, look, 2 weeks, no one leave the house. I'll do that, except for the doctor or emergencies. Fine. Keep everybody off the streets. We could all survive that, okay? Everyone, and then you get it in your head. 2 weeks, just sit in your house, play your games, watch your TV, read a book, whatever. Fine. And then let's evaluate it. But instead of every day, it's like, okay, we're going to take this away, and then we're going to take this away, and then we're going to take this away. And that's where it starts getting,
I think they're looking at what's going on in Italy and going, oh, we can't have that here.
No, well, Italy is the population is very dense in Italy,
Yes.
and it's very small, and it's a lot of old people, and it's a lot of smokers too, and so they're all at high, not all, but I mean in general they're a high risk place.
Well, it's also a very multi-generational dwelling society. A lot of people, live with their grandparents and their parents and stuff all in the same place. So
yeah.
Dave, I got in the podcast group right away.
Really? I had trouble getting it to load. Yeah, it's still not loading for me.
Huh.
Yep. But then again, I couldn't get my other group to load either, so maybe it's just my browser. So.
But, I don't expect press conference. Robbie says there's press conferences. We're a small city. And I think just something to be, what your mayor has done, not to get political, I find very reassuring, even if it's just a robocall. Look, here's the steps that we're taking. I don't expect the governor to do that, but
they do a good job of keeping in touch with us. Flynn, you're really loud over there, by the way. Like I can hear the TV in the background. It's really loud.
Gotcha.
I think that's kids.
Oh, I didn't know if it was a TV on because his mic was picking it up. But they're good over here about keeping in touch. See, I have a landline. I'm one of probably the few people in town that still has a landline. So they call those instead of the cell phones, which is no big deal.
My mother, who's on the emergency planning commission for her little town of 1,000 people, will throw me tidbits every once in a while. And they have the capability, if they need to find all the towers in town and do robocalls that way. You just send out a blast. I mean, when we had you remember when I talked to you about that when our water went off and they didn't really tell anybody on a Saturday and it didn't come back till 3:00 on Monday morning. Again, that's the sort of thing that you would expect to get a text message, a robocall, something along that line.
Yeah, Facebook just crashed on me totally now.
Okay.
So it might be something. But so yeah. So it's just, so now they got the parks closed, so you can't go shoot baskets or go to tennis courts now outside. So now anything outside now, is so.
Yeah, I mean, the solo exercise is one of the things that I've read. It's not something.
So I can still walk the dog,
Mhm.
which is good, but damn, it's, come on, I don't want to, have to sit inside here for 6 weeks, and I don't see the harm in me if I want to go skate around down the park by myself or shoot some baskets by myself to get some
I don't think
exercise.
it's you that they're worried about. It's like 5 of you, though.
Yeah, I know.
And especially basketball is a contact sport. At least with hockey, with what you do, you're pretty much covered. You're wearing helmets, you're wearing face shields, you're wearing gloves. Basketball, it's shirts versus the skins.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're also touching the same ball. Think about, you were talking about tennis, okay, you guys are so far apart, but you're touching the same ball. So I get it.
Yeah, that's true. But it's just, what drives me nuts is that I can't get out and skate around the park with a friend of mine, but they can pack 50 people in a subway car or 100 people at the airport. It's like that's probably worse than anything right now.
They shouldn't be doing it at the airport either. But
they need to do what they did at 9/11 and shut down the planes. If we're gonna quarantine, let's quarantine.
What's funny,
get everybody home first, though.
I'm shocked. Like they shut the flights internationally down to certain places. Why not just shut it down to every place and say, hey, for 2 weeks, I'm sorry, you're just not leaving the country or you're not coming in from the country.
Yeah, if it's as bad as they say, yeah, you're right.
Because everything is such an unknown. Like, okay, we're not letting people in from Europe. Well, what if the people in Europe say, well, what if we fly to South America first and then fly home?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, not that everyone financially can do that, but there's a loophole in everything where there's, it's. I mean, obviously, everything they're doing is to just mitigate risk, knowing that they can't completely contain anything. So they're just trying to, as everyone, to steal the verbiage that they're using is to flatten the curve, right? That's what everyone keeps saying. So.
Yeah, the idea is just
what do we know?
Yeah, but yeah, so we're talking, like Ron was talking about too. It's like September is going to be a crazy month for sports because we're going to get, hopefully baseball's going, football's starting up. You might even see, obviously golf's going to be taking place now because you're down there. Used to be by Bethpage, so you knew all about the golf, and then NBA and hockey might be just wrapping up at that point.
And it sounds like all the horse races are going to be then too. Yeah, it's going to be fights on for network prime time slots.
Yeah.
When it comes back, it's going to come back in a vengeance, and people are going to be so ready.
They're going to be so stoked. Yeah. Ron, was it you or was it some? Oh, no, I think it was Ray might have been saying that he thinks that they're going to start off playing some games in empty buildings. And
it wouldn't surprise me.
I'm not a big fan of that, but the point that they made was it'll give us something to watch at home, even though we can't go to it and there's no fans. That's something to watch, and that would be a step in the right direction.
Do you think, Dave? Do you think that they might even? There's been a lot of talk about having training camps for these two leagues when they come back. Do you think they would even dare have preseason games in the middle of the season?
No.
You don't. They can't go right to the playoffs. So the first round of the playoffs would be terrible. I mean, especially if they're going to be not playing for 8 weeks.
I think they would have some kind of a training camp and then jump into it.
Maybe some sort of charity games.
That's an idea.
Because people are going to, I mean, especially for all those workers. I mean, yes, a lot of money's been donated, but this has affected so many different people that
they were talking about some charity games in donating the money to certain things, I mean, there's a big rush now for the service industry, restaurants and stuff. I mean, around here, that's all you're hearing about is order the takeout. And now they're allowing you to order drinks and they'll deliver drinks to your house. And
Yeah, that's what the new thing in Burlington, in Vermont, Anthony, is that they opened it up so that you can now get drinks delivered.
Like alcohol drinks?
Alcoholic drinks. You can get your G&Ts now.
There you go.
And tip those people heavily. Kurt, I think they can opening up sporting events without that. MLS will go now to May 10th. I think it depends on how much of the curve is flattened. If we get to a point where we get 3 or 4 days in a row without any new cases, I think they would consider it.
Yeah, they're not going to bring any kind of vaccine to market before this thing has already run its course, though. I mean,
That would be for the fall if we get a vaccine to go through anyway.
Right. All right, guys, I'm going to jump out here, but thank you for letting me in.
yeah, cool. Good talking to you again. Hope things go better down there. And as I look at this, I've been out of work for 1 week, so I'm 1 week less now. 1 week into this thing, 1 week closer is how I'm looking at it. So.
Well, good luck to everybody. And, me, just like everyone else, we're looking forward to getting back at it.
So cool. All right. I'll be in touch. Thank you, Flynn.
You got it.
So, checking in from Pennsylvania down there. He's got a rink down there, and he's the guy I used to travel around doing the Ratcast with all over the country.
Okay.
So that's who Flynn was. He ran the league for a while. So,
oh, nice.
Yep. So he had many, many fun times out in Vegas and California, Florida, Long Island, the whole bit. So let's see here. Chat room's kind of going crazy here. It's kind of good. A lot of feedback in here. Robbie says, yeah, they just started a vaccine. They're working really hard.
It's still going to be a year before they can get anything out, though.
Yeah, it'll be a while, but they started it. That's the thing.
That's the key thing. I mean, they got people working on it right now. They just need to work on making sure that. I saw tonight that Mass General is pleading with people with 3D printers to print them some masks.
Yeah.
We still need to take care of the acute needs of what healthcare workers need.
Yeah, we got to get to the hospital. We got to get them stocked up in the hospitals. That's what we really need to do.
Mass General is asking for it, and that's the big hospitals down in Dave's neck of the woods.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I'm trying to stay away from those places. They let them do what they got to do. And, even if I were to get sick, I would just hold myself up here in the basement and just say, Sharon, slide down some food once in a while, and I would try to ride it out the best I could rather than.
She wouldn't go to her sister's?
Well, I guess she could. Yeah. If she had to.
Don't eat the dogs.
Yeah, she come home. Sorry, I ate the dogs. I didn't know what to do. It's people just.
There was a roast in the fridge. Yeah, but the dog was right there.
Yeah, I know. It's like fresh meat and just, I'm doing what I got to do to survive. It's like there was that episode of South Park. I don't know if you remember that, where they had a big snowstorm and they were having a town meeting at one of the little civic center or whatever it is. There was like 50 people there. And so they got snowed in. And like within an hour, they all like started eating each other. And like, this is what we gotta do to survive. This is gonna be a heck of a story to tell. It's like, you guys just ate an hour ago.
But I'm hungry, man.
I'm hungry again. So they started cannibalizing each other. Oh man, it was they take things so far off in that show. It's really funny. So anyway, so Ron, so you're working on the 78
season. We're doing, I don't know if I'll do anything Saturday, but pretty much like I said, it's all been Mondays since last Friday, but 6 days a week, at least we're doing one, in real time. So one game per day of that. And that's been fun, live on Twitch at noon, and 2 or 3 times a week, I've been doing something at night, and usually in this slot. And, just to keep people entertained. Last night, I did a request for a football game that was actually quite fun. I'm not a huge fan of mid-70s football, but I did the Colts and the Redskins from 75 last night.
I saw some of that one. Yeah, that was an odd game to ask for, but it turned out to be a good game.
Yeah, he said it was the two funnest teams. It was Billy Kilmer versus Burt Jones. And yeah, someone asked for it, and so I figured, what the hey?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
We got something cool going Sunday night. Dave did the field that you'll see for our pro football championship.
Yep. So we have the title game Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can simulcast that, or if I just watch that one. We're gonna see. But to watch the final should be fun.
Should be. Your Patriots are in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in the day, what was that 82?
86.
86. Oh, so it's the year after the Bears. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know if they stand much of a better chance against San Francisco, but
Yeah, I can't see San Francisco losing that game. But Action PC is a weird game.
it's
It
a
really
weird
is.
game, and the Patriots shouldn't get blown out. I don't think.
All right. I'm thinking San Francisco, New England. New England, they finished pretty high, that at least in your replay. I'll say 31-20. 31-20.
Yeah, I would take
31-21.
that. I don't want a mid-80s Super Bowl for sure.
Yeah, it won't be a one-score game, but I think San Francisco will win by 10. And I don't think they'll get 40 or 50 points, but I mean, I think they'll get
I
up
don't
to 30.
think so. They
30,
are
20.
good, but I think the Patriots can hold them. So
Let's see here. What is this?
as much as you love baseball, yeah.
Oh, I could get creative. We should do that. We'll
You
have to
told me to stifle, but you can get creative, huh? I love that purple, by the way.
It is. It matches my Kings jersey that I got on here. I got a little old school Kings on tonight.
I feel like I've died and gone to grape Kool-Aid heaven.
I started to go through my closets. I found a lot of old stuff. I'm like, oh man, I don't think I'd wear this again. So I'm gonna get rid of that. And I don't think I'd wear this again. I'm gonna get rid of that.
To find your leisure shoot or something like that.
I found my old gym clothes that I used to wear to go to the gym.
Gosh.
They still fit. It's just
Really?
I haven't been to the gym in a while. Yeah.
Oh, that I thought you were talking high school gym.
No, Jeebus, no. Not at all. That wouldn't fit me. So what's wrong? Who gets MVP? MVP in what? What are we talking about here? Where'd the MVP be? That's what I got to find out. Oh, Ron, I picked up a couple things. I think we talked about this, but I haven't talked to you. So I did pick up the 1899 baseball seeds for
You
Action
did tell
PC.
me that, yeah.
So I'm now a Cleveland Spiders fan. Yep, they were.
When are we seeing some of those games?
I'm gonna start rolling those out pretty soon. Probably this week. You know, I got the time this week. I still want to chip away at this shootout hockey project because that has been a lot of fun. And I've been putting up the box scores as well. There's a box score generator online that I go to, and I can put up the box score. And just for my own self, just to kind of keep stats with that.
You
And,
really are a glutton for punishment.
Yeah. So I always play the worst teams. But the thing is, I don't know anything about 1899. I don't know anything about baseball back then.
Someone said whatever the ERA was 6.5 or
So
6.70.
That's fine. I'll play it and I'll watch them get rocked, and it'll be hysterical to watch the Spiders. You know, I'm not going to play 162 games, but I'll play a handful and simulate a few and see how they do. They won 20. They won 20 games.
They went 20 to 134.
Yep, something like that. So I was like, it should be fun. Yeah, well, as Ken said, run and bunt and run and bunt. Yep. I'm gonna have to do what I got to do here. MVP is Sunday night. Who's the quarterback for the 49ers?
Montana.
I'd go
He
him.
was the MVP of the NFC Championship game, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Doug Flutie, however, got the Bears all. I can't believe Kevin Butler was such a good kicker, and he missed the tying field goal. I mean, it wasn't a gimme. It was like 38 yards with a win behind him.
That's makeable. Yeah.
And like I honestly thought that game was going to go to overtime.
Yeah, I did too. I thought one of my Action PC hockey games was going to overtime, and I forget how I have overtime set up. So it would have been neat to see. I think it's 3-on-3.
You going to do any more of those EMRHL?
Yeah, that's the one that almost went to overtime, and a guy scored with 5 seconds
Oh
left.
yeah, I remember. Yeah,
that was really exciting. Yeah, so I'll do some of those. I think I'm going to try to wrap up this project here, the shootout project, and then I'll jump on the Spiders project.
You've had so much fun with that.
Oh my gosh, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, and that's why because every time I sit down to do it, you've been doing baseball games, and I've been so excited. I've been typing in the scores into the chat because it's like, you're not going to believe this. It's 3-0 Russia in the first period. You know?
Yeah,
And
no, that was great last night and during the game today.
so it's been fun.
So what are we doing tomorrow?
Okay, yeah. While we have you guys in the chat, Digital to Dice recording tomorrow. What would you guys like us to talk about tomorrow? We had a couple of ideas, but give us some suggestions. Fire some off in the chat here. What should we talk about on the show tomorrow for our main podcast that we usually
we
record
did
on
the
Fridays.
Corona part already, so I don't think we need to touch upon
Yeah,
that.
we don't need to touch any more about that. So we had a couple of ideas we were going to do, but what would you guys like to talk about? What's on your mind out there aside from the world's events? You know, Todd B says put together OT project with franchises. Worst MLB team never get back to it. Had a computer crash. That's pretty funny.
You can go play the 1930 Boston Red Sox if you like futility. Oh boy,
I tried to do this in an OTP, but OTP only goes back to 1901. They don't have 1899 or 1900.
It's hard because there was only 2 or 3 man pitching rotations, and no OTP hates that. It's hard because you got guys who would throw 400 and 500 innings a year.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah,
but yeah, they wouldn't go back.
Oh, we could do that. Yes, that would be a digital dice special. How about the analog?
Talk for a second, Ron. Talk.
Oh God, what are we going to have here? Kurt talks about the challenges of doing multi-season tournaments. Okay. I don't know what Gardner's doing. Steve P says, I'm in week 5 of my NFL full cards and dice replay. It's a great way to take my mind off of stuff. What engine are you using for that? There's some. What's Dave doing on the side here? He's smiling away. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I don't know if you can see it. High school hockey team.
Wow.
Let me take that off of there. Yep, there it is. Danvers High School. There's the team photo.
Nice.
1985. In fact, I still have the damn schedule.
The Falcons.
Look at that. 84, 85. I still got the stinking schedule.
How many of the businesses that are advertising on that?
I even got the scores.
Do you really?
All right, so here's the scores. All right, so Ray, we're gonna do it right now. Here's Dave's high school hockey career. Now I only played a couple of games because I was the backup goalie. I think I've been playing goalie 1 year, and I get on the varsity team, so I was terrible. So the Jamboree, we won 6-0. The game at Twin Rinks against Gloucester, we won 5-0. Then we played Swampscott at home and won 6-4. Then we had a tough game against Saugus at home and lost 4-3. Then we went to Winthrop and got creamed 7-2. And then we had a crazy, that alumni game. I won't count that one there. So then we played Lynn English.
The one you played in?
No, the alumni game. I don't know what that was. It was just an alumni game.
Okay.
But so then we played Lynn English and we lost badly 6-2 in Lynn. Then we played Lynn Classical. That's the game I played in because Lynn Classical was terrible. We beat them 11-2. I was in net for that one. He scored 11 goals. I'm going to get a win.
Okay, Bedna.
Then we played Beverly right over across the street from me over here. I remember this game. Beverly destroyed us 8-2. It was a bad bus ride. It was only the next town over, but it was a long bus ride back. Then we played a game at Salem State against Marblehead, and we won 3-2. In that game, holy cow, we had a guy score with 1 second left. How do I remember that? I don't know, but I remember I was the backup, so I was on the bench. Time's running out. Somebody iced it, and a guy was hanging at the far blue line, and he knocked it down. He went in. He scored with 1 second left, and we beat them 3-2.
Wow.
Yep. Then things got really bad for us. We ended up we went to Gloucester, and we lost 5-3. We came back home, beat Salem, who's not a very good team. We beat them 3-2. Then we lost to Swampscott. Then we beat Winthrop 7-1. That's weird. That was a big win for us. Played Beverly. We rebounded against Beverly at home. We beat them 5-3. Then we lost to Lynn English. So Lynn English beat us twice. That's too bad. Then we played Lynn Classical, and I think I played in that one again, and 12-0.
So you're the backup, and so you're 2-0 with a shutout.
I don't know if I played the whole game or if they me and somebody else split. I don't remember. But I only played against the bad teams. I don't even know if I played. I might have put in the third string for that one. Because I played against Salem and I played against Lynn Classical. We lost at home to Marblehead 42. Then we lost at Saugus 5-2 to Saugus. And then we beat, this is the game I played in 6-1. We ended up beating Salem 6-1. I remember I played in that one.
So wait, so you played in 3 games and you've given up a total of 3 goals.
That I can remember, yeah. I didn't play anybody any good. So I know I played a couple of home games. I think I played one road game. And yeah, I think that's a 6-1 game. Guy beat me on a bad shot. I screwed that up. And then in the playoff game, we lost badly. I think it was 9-4 in the playoffs. Or 7-2. There was a 9-4 and a 7-2 written down here. I think 7-2 was a playoff game that we lost. But anyway, pretty cool. So Ray, you wanted the Dave's high school hockey career was there. It is 1984-85 schedule. All the scores, all the games I played, all the games I didn't play. I didn't play many, and there we go. I was backup goalie on the team. So that was Massachusetts, Robbie. So, yeah. So in case you're wondering, yep, save all left. No, Ray, you wanted it. You wanted it tonight. So you got the high school, Dave's high school. And you know why I have this out is because I pulled all this stuff out because I was going for my license and I didn't know what they needed. So I brought my high school hockey schedule. I'm like, who has that? Who has that? Who would impersonate me and still have that, right? So if you need any proof that it's me, I got my high school hockey schedule, and I'll sit and I'll go through all the scores with you too. That's what I'll do when I go down there.
So I wonder whose eyes glazed over faster, mine or that other person's.
Come on, that was pretty good.
That was good.
I was second string, not third string, and it wasn't too bad considering I'd only been skating a couple of years. I think that was pretty good, Ron.
That actually is quite good.
And in fact, I was so poor because I was living in a damn trailer park. The first string goalie, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ended up, his dad bought him some new pads. I bought his old pads and used his pads.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the equipment I used there. I couldn't afford anything. I was working, I was 16, 17. I was still working. I paid for all the stuff myself pretty much. And I got a couple Christmas presents. So I think my dad got me equipment for Christmas one year, but I bought his old pads. I says, hey, can I buy them? He's like, yeah. Give me $100. That was a lot of money, as a kid working.
A lot of money then,
in 1984. That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I had his in that picture there. I got his pads on. that's how
nice.
you did it.
You'll have to scan that and put that on Facebook. So Kurt suggested multi-year the top troubles of multi-year tournaments. I don't think you've ever done one of those, have you?
No, I haven't.
So we probably couldn't talk about that.
Yeah, that's something I wouldn't know.
Good old horsehair.
Yeah, oh yeah, they were heavy. The thing is when I used to get wet with water, they would soak in, and they like the ones nowadays, the water doesn't even touch, and like they never get. Mine got so heavy.
I bet.
Yeah, they were real heavy. So the horsehair would just soak up the water.
Wooden sticks.
Yep, I had the old, and I think I had some blue fiberglass ones. Glass fiber I used to use. That was
really?
They were really light. Yeah, I think I might still have one.
Not the goalies, but were the skaters required for face shields back in the mid 80s?
Yes, we had cages. Yeah, we did. Oh, Steve says, cousin backed up. Guy Hebert. That's pretty funny. Change the pronunciation. He's known as Guy. That's pretty funny, Steve. Good job there. Nice. So yeah, so before we sign off, any other suggestions there? That one there I wouldn't know much about.
Yeah. What do we want to talk about?
I don't know what we had in mind for tomorrow.
I don't think we talked about it. I just think we just kind of went, okay, we got one out of the way. We'll talk about it when the time comes.
Yeah, we're gonna try to talk about something happy. We did our sad show last week, so we'll Did we talk about streaming projects?
About how to stream, or
just maybe the differences between playing and streaming, or
that sounds like I've done it. Yeah, because most of the stuff I do, no one ever sees. So
because it's I'm doing this shootout project here, and I'm having a blast with it. And I'd like to share it with people, but at the same time, when you broadcast,
we could do that. I suppose
it's different when you're broadcasting, you're showing it off, and sometimes you can't really get into it as much because you're, putting on a show.
All right, I don't want to talk about too much. I like the idea. I don't want to.
Okay, that's possibility.
Okay,
possibility. We could do 45 minutes on the Toronto Maple Leafs.
How they got beat by an emergency goaltender, by the Zamboni driver.
Hey, we just did a whole recap of Davis High School hockey 1984-85. What does NHL Network have on us?
You know what, Ray? We have higher ratings than the NHL Network too.
Oh, yeah, they don't know what to do right now.
Oh,
And NBA Network had a classic Celtics game on the other day. And what was funny was Game 6, Boston-Houston, when they won at the Garden. And
so
Bird couldn't hit a shot. Bird couldn't hit a shot. Because I'm watching the game, and there's Bird, boink, boink. I'm like, wow, like Larry, come on, man. You're the best guy ever out there. And he couldn't sink anything. They were still beating Houston, but I tuned out at halftime. And I think they went on to win that game. But I was like, wow, Larry, you can't hit anything. Come on, sink something here. Make me feel good. Bird couldn't hit anything. So, but I don't know if I should do some basketball. I mean, I wanted to do the Action PC basketball, but that's a long game, right? You said that's a long game to do.
No, Action PC basketball isn't terribly long. It's the longest of the 4, but it's not as long as Strat basketball is.
Yeah, Strat looks fun because you're rolling the dice, but
right. So
yeah, holy cow. Yes, you start going an hour and a half, 2 hours for a game. That's a long time. And now Larry says he's watching NBA Network right now, 97 Utah Phoenix. Yeah, they've been playing some good ones there back in the day.
Yep. I like that, the difference.
Ray, you can have center ice for free. There's nothing to watch, but you can have it.
No, you get archives to the entire season.
Oh, do you?
So you go back and watch the other ones.
Replay basketball free down. Where would I find replay basketball? And what do you know about it, Ron? Anything?
I've never tried it before. I know there's a free demo. What's the website, Todd? It's on the Discord on Al's Discord channel. But Todd's had a great time with it, Dave. He's doing a game a day from the most recent season, and he's only playing the fourth quarter, which is what we talked about. So,
well, here's a couple of things here. It's a cards and dice game.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But they have the computer version is pretty much like the cards and dice game. So,
okay. So anyway.
All right. Well.
All right. So we're going to sign off here. Thanks everybody for joining us on this Thursday night as we just kind of say hi to everybody and catch up with what's going on. It's kind of another odd day, but tomorrow I'm off again. Maybe I'll run out and try to run a couple more errands while we still can. And it was nice going out and actually talking to people today. It really was.
Sure.
I've been trying to hole up in the house and do my part, so to speak, and only go out when I need to. But
the weather hasn't been good up here. It's been chilly and nasty and kind of rainy, and so we really haven't felt like going out.
Today sucked, but the last few days have been great. I've been walking the dog twice a day. Today we went out in the rain just once, but we did get out. So, but no, it was he wanted to go, I wanted to go. It's like, let's go out and walk. What else are we going to do? Got to get out of the house once in a while.
Yep.
So, but I won't be skating at the park. They shut them all down. Boo.
Skate in your driveway.
Yeah, I know. That's
do what they did in Wayne's World and do like start a street hockey game in the street.
I know, right?
Car.
I actually have a couple of nets in the shed. I've had to put them together, but so anyway, so it says Steve says it's going to be 71. Winds and storms, and Ray says it's going to be warm tomorrow. Enjoy it. Yeah, I'm going to try to go out.
It's supposed to be 62 in the day and 25 tomorrow night here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's supposed to drop real quick. So hopefully we'll just get up and go in the morning and do the couple errands that we need to do and at least get some air.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to try to maybe if it's nice tomorrow, maybe I'll put some of the furniture out in the deck so I can sit out in the deck. I pulled out a book I wanted to read, so maybe I'll do that. So now that things have quieted down, I don't have the craziness of work for a few days because I won't have any announcements probably till the weekend or maybe even Monday. So I got some uninterrupted time here. And
I can't imagine anything before April 6th. That's when that's when all the here are running through. So
anyway, well, we'll see. But I'll be back to my shootout projects. So be looking for me to post some more, some Game 3 information on the shootout project. I'll upload my box score later on, and I took a picture of the game screen and the final score. So anyway, so all right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We had a ton of people in the chat tonight. Some people just pop in and pop out for a minute. Thanks to Flynn for jumping in and catching us up what's going on down there in Pennsylvania. So And Ron, you're back at noon. Is it noon tomorrow again?
Do tomorrow. We will do tomorrow. It'll be White Sox Royals.
Okay, and he's over on Twitch, so go check him out on Twitch. Most of my stuff I do here on YouTube. I'm going to be doing I want to get some golf going. So I'm either going to do the Action PC baseball or some golf, maybe more Action PC hockey. I don't know, but I'll be doing something tomorrow because I'll just be hanging around. So in between dog walks and housework, I will be streaming something tomorrow. So look for me tomorrow at some point. And yeah, so that's about it. So Ron, thanks for coming on tonight.
My pleasure.
All right, everybody, have a good night. Stay safe. We'll get through this at some point, and we'll have more hockey. Bye-bye.
I'm still here. He forgot to shut off the stream. It's still going.